I think a lot of things in life being successful is like learning how to fucking talk to people, and I'm even bad to that.
Well, I mean, Joe Rogan is a huge advocate on the idea that successful people go through bad shit. That's why they're
Exactly.
because they know what it's like to fail, and I don't know.
A
They
lot of good
they
comes out
learn
of
stuff. Yeah. I mean, I've been through a lot. I mean, I definitely think that I'm a more humble person because being in the military, I mean, you get used to things sucking, dude.
it. Hmm.
I mean, if
I mean, I don't know what it's like, but I can understand what you're talking about.
I mean, put it this way, you could have somebody who's one rank higher than you, like give you the bad jobs, talk shit to you, always shut you down whenever you come up with a good idea. You can't do anything because it's insubordination if you talk back to them.
Really?
Yeah, so and then I don't I mean, I'm sure some people will come watch this eventually that I worked with, but it's definitely one of those things where it seemed like the people that stayed in the military were people who didn't know what else to do with their life.
And what do you see by that? Do you think that's a negative thing or a positive thing, or
Yeah,
you see both?
because I didn't know anybody in the military that was, I don't want to say they weren't happy, but nobody ever looked excited to be doing what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's
But you also, I mean, I don't have the experience. You would know more than me, but the way that I see life is those experiences have positive effects, even maybe not in the moment, but like down the line. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, one of the reasons I got out was because I wasn't the fastest mechanic for sure. Like I wasn't gonna win any speed contests, but I just didn't enjoy working on the helicopters, man.
Really?
Yeah, I was not a big fan of cutting up my hands and getting nasty oil in my hands that people were because all the chemicals I worked with had like cancer symbols on them and stuff. So
Oh yeah, probably
like
wasn't healthy.
I met people who had like hands that just were dry and cracked because the oil stripped the oil from like their pores just stopped making the oil that keeps your skin looking the way it does.
Yeah,
Like they call it like defattening of the hands. So like their hands are always like dry and cracking and stuff. And I was just like, dude. And they're like,
that
yeah.
can't be healthy.
They were
That
always
can
like
be something.
they were always like, wear gloves, man, because this is what happens if you don't. And there was stuff that
Yeah,
I got on my gloves. The glove would just like start to like come apart because it was just basically melting the glove. I mean, they got rid of a
yeah.
lot of the really bad chemicals, but there was still stuff where something would drip on me and I would not notice it, and then like 5 minutes later my skin's burning and I look and it's all red and I'm like, well shit, I better go wash this off because I don't know what this shit's gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
Um like I used to post a lot of Snapchats while I was working because they're quick and like, my friends are always curious what I was doing. And I
Yeah.
was always curious what they were doing too, so it was always funny. They're like, oh, like you're doing that, I'm over here mopping the floor at McDonald's or something, It's just like um but like I was working, we did fuel samples every morning. So you literally had to like go under the helicopter, stick this little metal like rod in there and like pour fuel into jars and then make sure that the fuel is not contaminated.
Yeah.
And there was times where I'd be under there and there'd be like a bug crawling or something and it would like stop and drink something off the ground and just die.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude, it would happen all the
What?
time. I watched a spider come down and drink hydraulic fluid and just flop over and start twitching and like having a seizure.
What?
Yeah, all the
That is
stuff, all the chemicals
crazy.
they use in aviation is nasty.
Well, like that's what I'd think that would happen, but like the fact that the animal, or like the creature, or the insect would actually eat it
Well,
or
I think
drink it, that's crazy.
something about the way jet fuel smells attracts bugs or something. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
because
weird. You think that's an instinctual? That's so
no,
weird.
I think maybe they just I don't know, man. I'm not a bug. I don't know. Maybe they're
Yeah,
just
I know.
curious.
Not a bug.
But
That's really cool though.
yeah, but basically all I had to look forward to if I stayed in, I I qualified to go to sniper school. I was gonna go do. I was either gonna go do the thing where I would shoot like drug runners' boat engines to stop them, so we could, arrest them and take the drugs off their boat and
Yeah.
whatever happens to those, or I was gonna go. I was gonna get stationed in Jersey, and what they would have me do is do deployments where we would. They call it air interdiction. So we would basically guard the White House. Anytime like a plane would fly into into that little zone where they're not supposed to be, they would launch us, and we literally just like fly around them in circles with like a sign, a big lit up sign that says "You're being interdicted. Follow us, or else like you're gonna get shot down by F-18s or something."
What?
Yeah, so I was either gonna do that or go do sniper school, and so I was like, look, I really like what I'm doing here in LA. Like I like LA. I like the people that I've met here. I like the weather. I like the way that like LA is kind of stuck with like this like old 80s feel that it has kind of,
Yeah.
because I'm really into synthwave and all that stuff. Um like I don't know, something about the way LA looks at night, man. I was just like I don't want to go anywhere else. I definitely don't want to go to Jersey. Um and then no offense if you got like people like family and friends in Jersey, but you know,
No.
people call it the armpit of America for a reason.
Wait, in
But
Jersey? Why?
yeah, I don't know. Dude, Jersey is just considered, I don't know, they have, it's like all casinos there. Like I would have been stationed in Atlantic City, and that's a shithole that
Okay.
is known for casinos. Like in jiu-jitsu, there's a, well, in 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, because we have all these weird made up names for stuff. Um, there's a move where if you go one way, they call it New York, and then if there's another way, it's like you messed up, and they call it New Jersey, and it's like now you have to pay to get out of that spot that you're in.
Oh,
Like
really?
somebody has like a position on you where they could choke you or something, or I can't remember. It's been a while, but like that's, people just joke around about New Jersey being shitty. Um, and then the other thing was I could either go to Florida and be try the sniper program, but if I didn't make it, then I would be stuck doing nothing but working on helicopters for 3 years or 4 years, and that was the part of the job that I hated. So I was like, it's just not worth the risk.
That would be fun.
Um,
Do you think you'd like the sniper job?
yeah,
Either
I mean,
both is it?
I'm into firearms and stuff. I'm not like one of those guys who's like, oh yeah, you know, like all I care about is guns or anything. But I definitely feel safer. I'd feel safer if when I went out to get groceries, I could, you know, protect myself if somebody came in and started shooting up the place.
Yeah.
But I mean, not to get too political, but then there's also the other side where you have to be like, well, you know, what if I, you know, I'm shaking and I shoot somebody else by accident and all that, you know, it's like, it's just an
Yeah, I see
endless
both sides of
argument.
that
There's an
argument.
endless argument, man.